back to the channel. We are Scared to Life, and today we're going to be doing the 25 questions tag about me. So my name is Tyler Knight and I'm 17 and I am currently slightly ill, but let's just jump right into it. So the first question is, what's my middle name? And my full name is actually Tyler, no middle name Knight. The next question is, what is my favourite subject at school? That was actually drama. So it started off when my school made a production of Grease that I just adored and wished to be part of, so I ended up doing drama GCSE, which then led to me now doing it as an A-level. Next question is, what is my favourite song? Right now, currently, because I go through a lot of different periods of different genres of song, but currently it's Remains by Bastille and Rag and Bowman. I just love that song, I cannot live without it. It comes on and I sing along to it as loud as I can, no matter where I am. And the next question is, what is my favourite food? Now, this is a pretty hard one because I'm not sure if you noticed, I do like my food. So it's probably a divide between beef stroganoff, which my sister makes, which she learned to make after she came back from America, and sausage casserole with mashed potatoes and veg, which I have had since I was a child. So, the next question is, what is the weirdest thing that I've ever done? And as far as I could tell, it's probably making this channel. So I've wanted to make a YouTube channel for quite a long time and no idea what exactly I'll put onto it, but thanks to the infamous C's help, I have now actually created the channel and I'm actually making videos for it, which for me is insane. The next question is, what is a secret I could tell you guys? Now, if you know me in real life, then you'll probably, know what I'm about to say, but the secret that I'm about to tell you is that I am in fact a transgender male. So 4 or 5 years ago now, I came out and as transgender, and so I'm currently going through a transition to turn my female body into a male body. So the next question is, what is my favourite colour? Now, if it's not apparently obvious from my appearance, it's blue. So much so that I've dyed my hair blue and my room is blue in my house. The next question is, what is my school life like? So my school life, it was definitely odd and weird and experimental in the way that I didn't know who exactly I was, and so I kept kind of shifting friendship groups, I kept shifting what I liked and disliked, how I looked, but I would say it's mostly revolving around drama with C and, that kind of group of friends, and just focusing on my education. The next question is, have I ever been out of the country? And the answer is yes. The first time I went to Disneyland Paris, however, I don't really count that as it was for my sister's 6th birthday and I was literally 1 at the time, so I do not remember. But that then leads on to the next question is, do I have any siblings? Yes, I do indeed. I have one older half-sister, though she is practically my sister as we grew up together. Her name is Bobby, she is 22. However, there is the slight possibility that I maybe have some more half-siblings because I don't know my dad, so he could have been around. But, yeah. So the next two I'm going to kind of group together, so it's what's my favourite film and what's my favourite TV show. So my favourite film is The Boy. If you don't know, it's about a woman called Greta who goes and looks after a porcelain doll known as Brahms, and it's a horror film as far as I know. It's a horror film, but it also has thriller elements, but I love the ending. It was such an unexpected twist, and I actually watched it with C multiple times, and we have had a laugh, and just going back and looking at it after knowing the twist, you just pick up on more. Favourite TV show, it's kind of difficult for me because I do watch a lot of TV shows. I would have to say that the one I go back to most frequently is probably Supernatural, which I know it's like a fandom kind of show where the community around it is just so weird but also great, but it's just something that my sister showed me when I was young because she didn't want to watch the Bloody Mary episode on her own, and so I ended up watching it with her, and although she stopped watching it seasons ago, I am currently on season 14. So the next question is what phone I have. So up until very recently, I used to have an LG K8 which my nan and granddad got me because they have a family contract with mine, my mum's, my sister's and both of theirs phones on it. However, I have recently upgraded to an iPhone 6S, which I know isn't the most recent one, but I am still loving it as it is my first iPhone. The next question is, can I cook? And to that I say mostly, because at 17 I haven't really needed to cook a lot. Like, I do cook my own meals when I'm at home, but a lot of the time it's just fish fingers in the oven and, I don't know, steak bakes that need defrosting and stuff. But C is pointing to herself right now, saying that she can cook, and also telling me that I do eat round here a lot as well. But I also do eat takeaway way too much than I should. So, what was my previous relationships like? I would say very naive in the way that I did a lot of kind of coupley stuff, and also because a lot of my relationships in the past were with males. So it was very odd, except for my previous relationship, which was actually with a female. It went surprisingly well. We're still friends because we left on good terms, but it's just one of those things where we tried the relationship out and it didn't really work, so we just kind of parted our ways. So the other question is, what is my favourite place to go to? And I would have to say here at C's house. So if you don't know, we're currently recording at C's house. I come around here practically every day, mostly due to the fact that she only goes to college 2 days a week, which I am entirely jealous of. So I do normally come around here because there's food, Wi-Fi and a friend. So, have I met anyone famous? The most famous person I've met is Jack and Dean from the YouTube channel Jack and Dean. If you don't know who they are, they do short sketches, but I haven't really been much into their content. I went and met them because my friend at the convention at the time wanted to meet them because she was a giant fan of them. However, I would love to meet so many people from YouTube, especially, including the people from Crypt TV, from Dead Meat, like James A. Janice. Love that guy, he's great. From Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, just a whole range of different YouTubers, as well as actors from the MCU, from the DCU, and just so many people that I just can't even get into it, and especially Brian Deckard from Detroit Become Human, because he is amazing. The next question is, what is my favourite book? And I am kind of torn on this one, because my first instinct tells you to say Broken by Karen Slaughter, which is a thriller story about a murder that happens in a small town that no one really knows what exactly happens, but no one wants to say anything. However, the second choice is I Am David, and I just completely forget the author. I apologise for that. And it's about a boy who has grown up in a camp, and he finally escapes and travels across Europe, which has kind of elements of war and kind of Nazi reign, but also you never know fully what it's about, as he never actually knows himself, so he never tells you. Next question is, what is my favourite game? And now I am torn between 3. First one is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I played that in VR thanks to C's equipment and absolutely hated it, but I also loved it in the way that it was such an experience just to be able to go in and have Jack Baker jump out at my face and try and stab me in the face. Kind of weird when you're in VR and, you know, you've got giant blob people chasing after you. My second choice is The Walking Dead by Telltale Games. It's just such an emotional game. I remember watching gameplays of Jacksepticeye and Markiplier when it first came out and just travelling through. I have Season 1 at home on my PlayStation 3, but I also played Season 4, the final season, here with C, and we both chose different paths, but we both bawled our eyes out at the ending. No spoilers. I love it. And my third choice is a game I haven't actually played, but I've watched C Player, I've watched a lot of behind the scenes footage, and I've watched a bunch of gameplays, and that is Detroit Become Human. It's just such a cool mixture of all the different types of segregation and division that's gone throughout history, all kind of mushed into such a futuristic take on it. So the final question is, how do I see my future? And if I'm honest with you, it's doing this. You know, this is a dream I've had for quite some time, of just starting a YouTube channel, making short films and being able to talk to you guys and just do this. It's so much fun, and as much stress as it may cause me, you know, finding different ways to hook up lights and cameras and all this stuff and microphones, hence the headphones. It's just something that I do love doing, and just being able to put out content and have you guys watch it and appreciate it, that I hope you do. It's just something I love to do, as well as, you know, act and produce and write and kind of all the stuff with filmmaking without going too corporate with it. So guys, that's it for this video. I know it was kind of long and a lot kind of slower paced than the first video, but it's just something that I feel like we should put out there just so you guys get more of an insight into me and my life. And if you guys really did enjoy this, of me doing it, then maybe we'll figure out a way for C to do it while remaining anonymous. So anyway, if you did like this video, don't forget to leave a like, because we really appreciate it. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave it in the comments below, as well as whether or not you want C to do this, however we figure it out. If you want to check out the description box for our Instagram and Twitter for any posts we put on there that we won't put on here. Also, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for any videos like this that we may put out, and others. And like I said at the beginning, my name is Tyler Knight. Over and out.